Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome to the United Kingdom versus Sweden match here. The last match of the weekend and of quarterfinals here coming up in loser's bracket. Loser doesn't move on to semis, winner does move on to semis. Here with me today, I have Rosie. Good morning. Hello, how do you feel about this match?
Well, I just saw the last match, which was also UK, by coincidence, by the way. So I know they've got a couple players who are not even playing from their PC, so we'll see how this goes. I think it should be pretty close, though.
Yeah, I mean, the Sweden has proven themselves somewhat over the weekend and generally over the tournament that they're a very capable team, and the UK has always been a pretty good team all around in 5WC, even previous years. So it should be an interesting one. With the UK slightly debuffed, this could go to a tiebreaker. It could be a pretty close match, and Sweden's not a team that's unfamiliar with close matches. They had the 6-4 with Czechia yesterday. They had the tiebreaker with Poland in round of 32. So they've gotten their fair share of close matches this time around, and we might see their last one, or we might see them move on from a close match with the UK here.
I can't believe both of these teams are in the losers bracket, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of insane that the UK is, but they also had to play Brazil last match, which, like, that is understandable. I think Brazil, anyway, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, and Brazil's a pretty strong team as well.
Well, yeah, well, it seems like we have the protects out already. It's going to be a DT2 protect for the UK and a Nomad 4 protect from Sweden.
Yeah, those make sense. UK is a really good speed team from what I know. They do have Vanetti and Humster, who are really good at speed overall. Sweden has proven themselves to really like tech over the tournament, and in the Czechia match they had yesterday, they did really good on the Nomad 4 as well.
Every single player on Sweden can play tech. I think the only player who doesn't really play it is Tillen, actually. Everyone else can play tech just fine.
Yeah,
they have a very good tech-based team.
Yeah, so we should be seeing them go somewhat like just performing really good on the Nomad 4. I at least hope so. We see a Nomad 5 ban from Sweden and DT3 from Sweden, banning out as much speed as they can. Something we saw earlier today as well, and then in United Kingdom's banning out the Nomad 3, and we're waiting for their second ban here.
Wonder why they're banning out the Nomad 3. They just played that the last match.
Could be a comfortability issue. Maybe they're kind of getting tired. I mean, you are coming off of a close match. I mean, not close, it was 6-0, but even then, coming off of a match is pretty hard, and maybe they're just not that comfortable in their Nomad 3 abilities.
Also, a couple of people not playing from their setup. Maybe it's just a skill that's really hard to handle when you're not on your own setup.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, this Nomad 3, it's very control heavy.
Yeah.
They ban out Hardrock 1 as well. Both of these maps are really control heavy, and they're really easy to break on if you're just not careful. So understandable they're banning those out.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, this Nomad 3, for some reason, had pretty low scores in the last match that I watched. I'm not really sure what happens on this map, but everyone struggles the whole combo.
Yeah, I mean, the entirety of the player base kind of has been struggling on this pool just because we are in quarterfinals now. We're getting to the point where players actually have to play hard maps. We're also in this like middle SR rating where high SR players can't do much and low SR players can't do too much. So it's pretty interesting to watch these, and yeah, the UK just does not want to play the Nomad 3 against Sweden. Sweden's a pretty good team on the Nomad 3 as well, so understandably they don't want to go against them on it.
Seems like UK is taking their time to think about what to pick. The last match they had their first pick as their protect, so I wonder if they're gonna follow suit at this match as well.
I will say, yesterday in the Czechia-Sweden match, DT2 did get played and Czechia lost the map to Sweden, despite how much we were thinking that Sweden was going to lose it. And Sweden just kind of broke through. They're not that bad of a speed team. I mean, they are, but they do know how to mash, and that is exactly what Shige did yesterday, and absolutely destroyed Czechia. So I feel like they might not be too comfortable going into the DT2 right off the bat here. They go into Nomad 2 instead.
Yeah, this is a good pick from the UK. You have like Oh, I don't even know how you say this name. Myceroni, I guess, but they're not very good tapping players, so I think they'll be sitting out this map, and then everyone else kind of can try and fill.
Yeah, I mean, the Swedish team really doesn't like tapping too much. They do have UK, who's like decent at tapping all around. And I mean, they have a couple people, but UK is just so much stronger on tapping that this is a really strong first pick and will most likely go to the UK. If it's going to be contested, that's a question we don't have an answer to yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think there's only like one tapping main on Sweden, so I think the rest is just going to be a bit of cope filling. You have Tillen, who will probably be coming in for this map, and Uge, I think, might be in for this, but yeah, everyone else is a little bit more fill on that side of things.
We'll just have to see where this goes. This map is, I believe, 190, like this stream type stamina.
Yeah.
So really hard if you're just not comfortable on it. 181, never mind. Okay, I misread the BPM, unfortunately. No, not 191. Okay, I was correct. Why am I correcting myself when I'm correct? Never mind.
Boy, mateys is crazy. Why is that coming out of That's like...
That's like the British accent.
I mean, oi, definitely British. The mateys, are we going back in time? I feel like a pirate reading that. It seems like everyone is ready. I actually did not expect to see one of these players in for Sweden. What?
Who were you not expecting?
Myceroni. I feel like I have tapping down as one of the more lacking skills.
The question is, do they have someone else on it?
Yeah, I feel like we've got a couple of all-rounded players.
Switha finding a break in the first part.
Definitely play this map, I think. No?
I'm not sure, but we are seeing Mr. Nasal break as well. Does the entire UK team hold it? Never mind, Hamster does end up finding a break here. And Sweden has a little bit of an advantage at the start here, but it is a very long map. This can switch and probably will at some point.
And for the UK, the two players who are not playing on their own PC are in the lobby, so we'll see how they do on this. I feel like tapping generally is hard to do on someone else's setup, let alone an internet cafe setup.
We are seeing Flying Tuna Jr. finding a break from that. He finds a break as well, and now Sweden on the front foot. Having more combos, does end up breaking, but it's just against one with the combos from Mr. Nasal and Hamster as support. Hamster does find a break though.
Yeah, that's just one big combo on the UK, and it seems like everything else is in favor of Sweden. Hopefully it's not going to be the ending of the map where they completely lose all their stamina.
Yeah, I mean, Sweden is currently looking mostly comfortable, and they're looking like they will be taking this point. Taking a breakpoint on this would be really good for Sweden. The momentum that you gain from that is insane.
And here to prove me wrong is Myceroni, who actually isn't doing that bad on this map. I thought tapping was one of their weaker skills, but they're proving me wrong.
Yeah, also, we are seeing break from Hamster, Vanetti, Measle, and Tillen, and now the combo advantage is actually on the side of the UK just barely, as well as the accuracy advantage, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So we may be seeing the score flip very, very soon. If no one misses on this more of a calm, no mod one, this Amy type section, which we do see Hamster, but Measle trades it. No important combos being lost here. Still, everyone holding. No one's letting it go. No one's letting themselves break. They're all just holding their combos very comfortably. Sweden is losing their grip on the score with every slow section here, though, as UK is building up a bit of a combo here that they can contest with. And we are going right back into the streams now.
Yeah, right now this is every combo matters. Hamster does find a break.
That is looking
Oh,
pretty.
and there goes the FC on Sweden!
Mr. Oni finds a break, and now the UK on the front foot. They have around 1/8 of the map left to do this. They need their combos to hold, and Nux and Flying Tuna Jr. looking very comfortable. Vonetti on the support as well. Looks like UK will be taking the score back here.
Yeah, it's going over. This is really close for a first pick, though. I really did not think Sweden would be able to pull off such amazing scores of this. I thought it was one of their weaker... Wait! Oh my god, right at the end of the map, it switches back to Sweden. It's gonna be a breakpoint on the first map.
I was not expecting that to switch. That is one hell of a surprise.
I really did not see that coming. Holy! That was some really unfortunate last second break from two of the UK players right there.
And that is a breakpoint this early is an insane momentum advantage that Sweden can absolutely start to abuse.
Yeah. I think if Humster did not break as often as they did, that would have been a very nice point for UK, but yeah, that was some unlucky stuff right there.
Yeah, I mean, Noma 2 at this SR is kind of just like a toss-up who wins, whoever has more players that can hold combo longer, and Humster just was not feeling himself, didn't have the consistency, and unfortunately cost them the map, but they do still have a lot of things they can go into. The match is not over by any means, and they can still bring this back here.
I'm wondering what's gonna come up in the next pick here. I don't think they're going for their protect, although it is a very good map to pick. Maybe they could go for something else that's also technical.
Yeah, I mean, Sweden here has a lot of options. They have the entire hidden and free mod pools. They do end up going into free mod 3 here, which is more of a rhythm-based map. Does have some sliders in it as well. And I do feel like Sweden is favored on this.
Yeah, rhythm is pretty technical. It also has some finger control aspects to it, which Sweden are pretty good at.
Yeah, I mean, Sweden overall is a really good gimmick team on kind of just any gimmick you give them, especially something like this. We did see this a bit earlier. I believe they played this in the Czechia match as well, and they lost it there actually too because of the double FC. But even then, Sweden, it was really good on this, and I'm not sure if the UK has the same potential that Czechia had on this map, and if they can win this point against Sweden as well.
Ooh, this little funky section. I always forget how good this song is.
This is a little off topic from the match, but we have the Sweden Cup in chat here as well.
Oh, damn.
The entirety of Sweden is watching this match, I believe.
The whole country, everyone has it on their TVs, it's national news. They stopped every single show you're watching for this.
I mean, it's
Sweden.
I mean, how far did Sweden get in previous World Cups? Because if I remember correctly, if they do get to semis, it's gonna be one of their better performances overall. I'm just misremembering, which could be the case, but... Yeah, so I'm looking at it here. If they win this match, it is going to be their best performance in FIWC ever. So this is a very important match for them.
Wow, yeah. I hope they don't feel too much pressure for that, and I hope nobody from their team is watching right now. Sorry if you are. We don't mean to pressure you like that.
Speak for yourself.
Turn off the stream immediately.
Anyways, we do see we see an overmod on the side of the UK with a hidden hard rock, double hidden, and one hard rock, and triple hidden, one hard rock on the side of Sweden. CK coming in with the hidden.
Yeah, we got kind of loves going hidden hard rock, I've noticed on free mods. Oh, am I getting right into it? There's a little bit of accuracy drop, just a little. A couple of players in the 80% range. We have an early break from both Seagate and Emerald.
Curry. Yeah, Curry breaking at the start, that is an advantage to the UK as they do have the little bit of score extra from the hidden Hard Rock and from their Hard Rock FC still being up as well as Swizzas. UX does break on the stream though.
That's so relatable. I think the accuracy is so all over the place that it's hard to say who's really winning on that kind of front. I think it might be Sweden though. They're in the 90% at least.
Yes, I mean it is kind of just even on the accuracies, but the combo, especially with Mr. Oni missing now, it is on the side of Sweden here with the double FC and the support from Curry here. Especially with the accuracy from Frost the Fox being at almost 98%, 97.5 currently. Nux finds a break.
Yeah,
this guy's really good.
Yeah. I'm actually shocked. I didn't really see Frost the Fox too often before. They really showed up for this.
Yeah, they've not been playing tourneys for too long, but they have shown up for 5WC and they have been putting in a lot of the work on these gimmick hidden maps that they can. And as we're seeing, they are absolutely putting in the work once again with Wingo here as they're holding down the fort for the UK, despite Curry and Nux not being up much. There goes Wingo though.
It's going to be an unfortunate break for the UK, but it's not one of their highest accuracy players, so it's not going to do too much. I mean, Emerald broke a fair few times more, and they have pretty much the same score.
Yeah, also Sweden just does not have the combo to combat Frost here with their support, as UK does have the FC, UK does have some combo, but the accuracy and the combo on the side of UK is going to be enough for them to keep it for very long here.
Yeah.
Yes, they're even increasing their lead.
Yeah, there's only a little bit of a score lead, but with the accuracy on that FC, it's hard to come against it.
Miseroni breaks traded by Curry. That is an advantage towards Sweden, and the score could flip over at any moment, especially with Seagate and UK holding. Wingo breaks, and now UX Frost, the only people on the side of UK that can do anything.
Oh my god, this is close.
Yeah, but Sweden going to taking their point very barely by 40k. Frost the Fox making their life very difficult on this map.
Very beautiful FC, especially with that accuracy being the only one over. Oh no, actually, Emerald has really nice accuracy too. Just some unfortunate breaks.
Yeah, unfortunately, the breaks just were too plentiful for UK to win this point. Very close, though. I am noticing that all of these maps so far are close.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure the Nomad 2 was like a miss at the end, and the same goes for here. So UK is having a little bit of an issue with that, but if they just start holding more combo towards the ending of maps, they are going to start winning pretty comfortably.
Yeah, I think the 2B ranks on UK did not help on that.
And now the ball is in a UK score once again. They can do a lot of things here. I would think they go into their protect to kind of reset momentum, because this is about as good of a time as any.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Taking their time on this one, actually. They're thinking through. They do have other options besides just DT2, obviously. I do feel like they might go into something like Hard Rock 2 if they really want to, but I'm not too sure if that's that good of an idea.
They're gonna go with that protect. They're gonna go DT2 here.
Understandable to go with DT2. They just want to reset the momentum, get back on track. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just want to give you a little...
When are we getting a full version?
Oh crap! I need to get a better mic. Okay, maybe if this wasn't 5WC, I'd do a little sing along, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta have some kind of professionalism. Of course. Totally not because I don't want to do that or anything.
Totally.
This map is Buzz Slide essential. I'm not gonna lie. I think there's more Buzz Sliders in this map than there is tapping.
No, the tapping is still very plentiful and the speed is there.
No, this is in the style. We're taking it back. If you guys ever played 6-digit tournaments, you know, this is some throwback mapping.
Yeah, it does still have the speed though. And yesterday, the Swedish team got 2,300,000 score, which was a very good performance. Wasn't enough to beat Czechia, but I am not 100% sure if it is enough against the UK, who are a far better speed team than Czechia is.
Based on the last match, though, I don't think UK had as good a time on this map as I would expect. We'll see, we'll see. Or we won't see. Please load in.
I mean, they did protect it. I would assume that they have good scores on this, but we'll see. I do feel like UK is on the front foot on this one, though.
Oh. The map might be fit. Okay, no, it's fine. I thought we were going to be halfway for the map before we saw anything. Okay.
No one breaking at the start. No one's getting caught out by the bus sliders in the beginning.
Oh, somebody is. Next is going to be the first to break. Bus slider break, of course. The accuracy, pretty low all around, which was the same as the last match, actually. This map looks really hard to hack.
It is. The matches I've watched with people playing this map, we see Curry break. The matches I've watched, they are really hard to hack on this one, especially with how much the speed is in this. Like, the stamina required for this on 260 BPM is just insane.
Next finding another break. Yeah, that's really tricky.
And the Swedish team doesn't look already breaking. Curry breaks as well. Yes, broke earlier. Did not see that, unfortunately, but Sweden now on the front foot with the triple FC. Mr. and Curry trading breaks. Again, Nizo breaks. That's an FC from the side of Sweden gone. And now UK has a bit of a combo advantage. This map's not the longest. They really need another break from the Swedish team here.
Yeah. This is not as close so far as I thought it would be, but oh, I'm not finding a break right at the start of this little section here.
Yeah, Mr. breaks again. The UK is starting to look really good here, but they just need that one more break from Sweden here. They need one more person to miss, but they're just not doing it. Flying to a junior break though. And now the UK is in a very tricky position on this map.
Yeah, this one's at Protect. Sun does find a break, but he has some nice supporting combo now for that FC.
Flying to
oh, Mazzaroni finding a break. Wait. I don't think there's enough time, sadly, but...
If Sweden wants to break right there, there would be, but unfortunately not going to happen. And the UK is going to lose their Protect. We see a 3-0 from Sweden as they go into their own pick. Looking really good in this match.
Yeah, Sweden looks very happy to be here, and you know, it might be the furthest they get in 5WC, so they're probably trying their best.
Yeah, I mean, Swedish team this year is really strong, and they are absolutely proving it as a complete destroyer of all teams. Like yesterday against, I mean, the only match they really struggled on was the Polish match, and that was just because of low SR. In round of 16 and their match yesterday, they were really dominant on the maps they could play, and the maps they couldn't were still pretty close for the most part.
Damn, this has gotta be a bit of a mental boom for the UK at this point. Losing your Protect is never nice.
Yeah, and on the other side, you do have the extreme mental boost it is for the Swedish team.
Yeah.
Because you won your opponent's Protect, you won the Nomad 2, the two maps that I'm pretty sure most people felt were guaranteed for the UK. And it's looking really bad for the UK here, so they don't really have that many more picks here.
Yeah, especially with how good of a technical team Sweden is. There's a lot of maps which could support them in that skill set.
I will say that was the only speed map Sweden could play, as I mentioned earlier. They said it yesterday in the Czechia match. They were just good at matching. And they picked that.
Ooh, it's honestly a nice time to pick it, you know, back-to-back protect. But if Sweden does lose this, it's gonna be reverse boom on the mental.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a massive mental boost for the UK as well if they win their opponent's attack.
They even it out otherwise. They're just protecting for each other if that happens.
Would be really funny.
I've seen it before. It's pretty funny when it happens. Not funny for the players in the lobby, but you know, it's great entertainment for everyone watching.
That is true. Now, I will say this map is a little bit. Everyone's seen this map, but just a little reminder: there is a lot of weird tech patterns in this. There's a couple of bursts in this as well that are pretty hard to hit consistently. You have a bit of slider streams too. So this map's very hard to do good scores on consistently.
It's a very nice multi-skill tech map. You have some flow elements, you have some awkward elements, you've got those sliders, a little bit of aim here and there. Just a very good multi-skill tech map.
Yeah, and Sweden, I'm pretty sure were very comfortable on this yesterday as well. Picked it into Czechia, won it pretty handily. So I feel like they're picking this very comfortably as well. Like, this is a good pick for them regardless if it was their protector or not, and coming off of 3 points to nothing is just such a mental boost that this map is going to be probably one of the deciding maps for this match.
And we're still yet to see 2 players in Sweden actually, as well as I think 1 player for the UK. I thought maybe we'd see them switch in, but nope.
So getting into the map, Bancho once again refuses to load it.
It's just giving us some suspense. Oh my gosh, once again, someone is ahead of time.
No one misreads the first slider, everyone holds through it. No breaks from anyone. Getting into the slow section, this is just a build up. You already have some tech patterns, but these are mostly easy to hit compared to the rest of this map.
We should be seeing a slider bust coming up soon. I don't want to call it a slider stream, but it's definitely there. And I was wrong. It's right after this slow section. I'm building suspense too. Is it here?
Everyone hits
oh my god, I'm alive.
Break on the build up. There goes the slider burst. Everyone hits it. And it's just with it now. UK getting the lead early in the map. Not the longest of maps. This is a possible game-winning lead as well.
Oh my god, slow slided. No! Venetti also breaking, followed by Sige. Emerald also breaking. Everyone on the UK is down. Yeah, this is only 1 FC left on the board, and it's gonna be with okay.
Yeah, UK with the FC now in the driver's seat. He's the one controlling the car. And as long as he holds, the score is going to stay on the Sweden side for as long as the map goes on. Hamster missing on the slow section.
It's so true. Like, the slow section is the hardest part, man.
And we are seeing UK hits the streams, he hits the flow aim in this, and he keeps his FC up. We have a triple reset on the side of the UK. Swiss Amigo missing on the side of Sweden. PK breaks as well, and just no combo anyone besides Frost, Curry, and UK now.
Oh, there goes Curry. There goes UK. Frost being the only person to hold right now. And as I said earlier, this guy's showing up, actually. I don't think it's enough to save the team, but they had a nice bit of combo at the end. That's going to be another point for Sweden, and they're going to get their protect point. That's a nice S rank from both these players.
Yeah, especially UK absolutely popping off, providing, I'm pretty sure, half of their score.
Yeah.
Or a little under half of their score, and yeah, now Sweden 4 points up to nothing as the UK gets their pick and just has to win something.
We're cheering for a player who hasn't even played a map yet in the Twitch chat. I believe the mental support is there, guys.
So what do we think is gonna be picked here now? UK has a couple options, but none of them are exactly amazing against Sweden in this position. I mean, I'm just kind of thinking, right? Maybe one of the hiddens? Like, that's kind of the only thing I can think of. Maybe, like, Nomad 1 if you just want to go 50-50.
I don't think Nomad 1 is the best bet here. I think Sweden has a lot of very good aim players.
The thing is, I don't think the UK has many options. I mean, there is always the DT4.
They could go reading, but for a couple of the players that are playing on their own setup, how well can you really play reading like that?
I mean, I will say, I think DT4 is one of the best options for UK here. It's a DT gimmick map. They're good at DT, they're good at gimmick. They go into Fremont instead. Trying to capitalize on their superior hard rock skill, but Sweden is really consistent on the low AR hidden as well.
Yeah, this is a little bit rough. I can't help but feel like UK is not knowing what to pick.
I mean, I think UK is just trying to get a point on the board to get started from something, and Fremont is definitely one of those maps that can go either way, but isn't just standard aim.
I'm ready for the reverse sweep. Let's go tiebreaker.
Hell yeah, I'd be down for a tiebreaker if I'm being honest, for a last match, you know?
Yeah, you gotta finish up the weekend with a blast.
But yes, we're waiting. I've seen this map be played with easy a lot. Do we think we'll see an easy on this from any of these players? Because if I'm being honest, I could absolutely see at least one person going easy, or even easy. I don't think easy hidden is a great idea, but easy alone and the score multiplier is 1.7. It's a pretty easy map with easy. It's not that hard. Could also just go the standard hard rock hidden type course. I think we're gonna see like a double hard rock, double hidden, maybe like a hidden hard rock in there on the side of the UK. Sweden gonna go with their bread and butter with the triple hidden one hard rock probably. And I believe we'll be starting with the map now. As we're seeing the good luck have funs roll in. Waiting for the map to begin. Not sure if that's a dungeon or if we're just waiting for the start command.
Maybe there's some internet issues. Maybe the ref. Is the ref okay? Okay, no, it's just us. We're loading in slow. Oh, we see one new player on the side of Sweden. Ole, I think is how you say
it. Is that the person who is that the bango we've seen hyped up so much throughout the match?
I'm wondering.
Out of UK now with Flankin and Junior Bingo both breaking. Volley trades those breaks, but still score advantage on their side. Also, we'll say we do see a Nomad on the side of Sweden with a hidden hard rock from UK, hard rock from Volley, hidden from CK, and then UK going with the hidden hard rock, hidden Nomad core, same as Sweden. Cross the Fox gonna be trying to break as well. Hamster breaking earlier too.
I think Frost actually did struggle on the start of this map earlier. They did better in the second half, if I remember correct.
Yeah, the thing is, will Sweden do worse in that second half? Because the UK is currently in a 300k deficit, and if they don't start just pulling their stuff together and start getting their combos, it is gonna look very bad for them after this map.
It's a little bit of a rough start for the UK. It seems like they're matching a little bit with the combos, but oh, no worries.
Flying to an junior breaks and no longer matching combos as Sweden is just in the driver's seat now for the entire match. There goes another break traded.
Ooh, look at this break though. Oh my gosh. You have a freeway break on the side of the UK. Hamza being the only person who's holding. Bulle is gonna find a break also. But you have Sige looking so comfortable on this hidden, honestly, and this amazing combo and accuracy from Svizza as well. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, if we see Sige and Svizza break, Hamster might be able to do something here, but I'm not sure if it's not too late. It might actually be. Yeah, it might be too late. Hamster doesn't have the support despite his combo to really do much here, and Sweden is going to be taking this and going up 5-0 to the UK.
Wow. This match is not going how I expected it to go.
Yeah, this match is... Considering this is seed 12 and 10, I was expecting this to be a little closer.
It's the weather, guys. It's not been great in the UK. It's
Aren't you guys used to that?
Problems.
Aren't you guys used to that?
Yeah, but like, you know, when it's grey outside, you feel great inside. That's what I'm saying, man.
Isn't that normal for the UK is the question?
Yeah, it is. Always depressed.
Yeah, now Sweden 1 point away from winning, and it's their pick. They honestly have complete free reign of what they want to play here, if I'm being honest. The mental on the UK team is just so down from the entirety of this match. Also coming in from a match earlier against Ukraine, where even though they did sweep, it was still a full match they had to play, getting tired now, and Sweden coming in fully refreshed, playing their last match yesterday.
Yeah, this is a little rough.
Oh my god. My cat is trying to sabotage.
And we see how much is the fish getting picked. The DT4 comes in.
Oh. Well, we thought the UK should pick this, but hiccups. Sorry.
Okay, as I said, this is a gimmick map. This could go to Sweden, if I'm being honest, even if UK picked this. But it is just Sweden can do anything at this point. I feel like the mental is so much on their side that they can just do this for funsies. This map's fun. It isn't fully favored towards UK. It's not a bad pick by any means. So now UK just very much on the back foot. They need to do something here. They just need to win this map and then just try to bring it back to the tiebreaker.
Hey,
But a position like this, while having two players neutered by their setups, is just incredibly difficult.
even if the UK doesn't win this, at least they're going out to a banger. Am I right?
That is true.
How much is the fish? Reverse sweep. We're going to tiebreaker. I believe it's time.
I would hope so. It would be really entertaining for us and really exhausting for the players.
No, I believe they're gonna lock in right now. This whole time, it was just for the bit. That's all it was.
Yeah, totally. We do see Metalface coming in on the gimmick map as he does.
Oh, they finally get to play a map this match. This is gonna be their first map.
And
I think
believe he's signing us off? Yes.
There's still a player on Sweden who didn't play a map yet, actually, so...
I mean, even then, Sweden has been absolutely popping off, and we have a desync.
They're on fire. Yeah, Metalface is actually... They want to play the map, I swear. I swear they want to be here. Oh my god, now someone else is loading. Oh no, we're good. No, wait.
And we are back, baby.
Oh!
Use the break. UK having a bit of a combo advantage, but it is still on the side of Sweden.
Break. Breaks. Metalface breaks. That was Bancho, guys. Ignore that one.
It was not Bancho, unfortunately.
Taking off Norway FC.
Stop gaslighting the
Maybe if I'm like
Flying Peanut Junior breaks as well, and the advantage is going back to Sweden here, unfortunately, as the UK still has double FC from Hamster and Frost, but never mind, Frost
Heck
does
with
play.
guys, you should win this.
I mean, Swizza and UK are absolutely popping off, not just this map, but this match. UK does find a break, giving a little hope to the UK team. Swizza finds a break, that's all of the FCs on the side of gone, but UK and Measle on their combos gonna be able to keep this up for a little longer. Probably still in the advantage thanks to UK not having that much supporting combo for Hamster here. And
Hamster breaks, but so does CA. Maybe if Mr. Measle breaks, there goes one of the big combos for the UK.
And now just Frost with any sort of combo, any sort of hope for the UK team against Measle and Swizza. They both need to break for Frost to really do much here, but they're looking very comfortable so far.
They should have put me in, I swear. Oh, this is a bit of a slow section too. I think this might be GG, honestly. It's 300k, the slow map. Oh my gosh, is this gonna be a sweep against the UK?
Well, wait a minute, 4 weeks on the side of Sweden.
I don't think
I mean, there might be. Hold on, the score advantage is decreasing very quickly for Sweden. UK is holding their combos. Another break from UK is helping them out of your 100k difference. Oh, middle phase, and
nope.
Unfortunately, it is going to be a sweep. Sweden sweeping the United Kingdom. In an insane performance, we saw 3 really close maps, and then unfortunately UK just did not have the mental to keep up, and they're going to be getting knocked out of the 5-digit World Cup.
I think this is probably the lowest placement that the UK has had in quite some time in 5WC history, but this is the furthest Sweden has ever gotten, so that's great. That's really great for them. I bet they're going to go into the next week with a lot of excitement for that.
Yeah, the Swedish team getting into semifinals for the first time in the history of the 5-digit World Cup. This team has pulled out an insane performance. I am personally very proud of them, and I hope they success next week as well, make it to finals, but regardless, we do have to end this so that Showcase can get on. So thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to donate to the Open Collective to support the tournaments. Thank you to Rosie for commentating with me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Just the fish! Here we go, here we go, here we go again! Yeah! Sunshine in the air! We're breaking the rules. Ignore the machine.